Consider the time you spend in cars. Short trips, long journeys, traffic jams. What happens to the myriad random thoughts you have as you gaze out of the window? The ideas that combust and tick over in your internal suggestion engine, your subconscious. Well, ideas are energy, and energy never dies. They motor skyward into the imagosphere, revved up with "Are we there yet?" anticipation. Melded together, they form an escape route paved with exhilarating opportunities, an ever-expanding arena of challenges with rewards beyond any earthly aspiration. It's a boulevard of woken dreams, a reality built on fantasy, a place you can put your imagination pedal to the metal in a contest of camaraderie and creativity. Sackfolk, start your cerebral engines, for this is Little Big Planet Karting. The imagosphere is the energy that binds Little Big Planet and all its moons and satellites together. A force so powerful even the negativitron could not bend, crack, or deplete it. But it needs a guardian. It needs a caretaker. It needs you. A dyed-in-the-wool Little Big Planetian, an adventurer, a stern, focused, enigmatic hero. Uh-oh. They're here. Little Big Planet is once again under threat. This time from the greedy, grabbing Hoard. The Hoard scavenge and collect prizes, materials, and objects, but never use these treasures to create and share. All they want to do is keep, to stash, to hoard. No, Sack friend, your little legs may be perfectly knitted, but even they are no match for the Hoard and their rag and bone racers. This is a battle to be fought in a different arena. A racetrack. You need some wheels, my child. Aha! Commandeer that cart and make it your own. Quickly, young sackling, put the pedal to the metal. We know you'll take this mission seriously. Semi-seriously? Oh, crikey. Anyone for driving lessons? The greedy, grabby Horde are a simple bunch, so driving one of their commandeered carts isn't going to be a prob for a clever clog like you. You just need to be shown the basics, and you'll be away faster than a cowpat off a hot, shiny shovel. Quick tour of the controller would be good. Oh, would you prefer to use the X button or the R2 button to accelerate? Okay, the basics. Press the acceleration button and your cart will move forward. Keep it down if you want to burn wool. You can achieve some pretty exhilarating speeds in this game, so let go of the button if you want to slow down for a corner or stop altogether. The brake button will stop you even quicker if you need a loo brake. Once you've stopped, keep that brake button held down if you want to reverse. Steering is done by pushing the left stick left or right, or you can use the directional buttons. Well, if you're happy with the ergonomic comfort of your controller layout, just give the old action button a Sammy stab, and it's all confirmed. Excellent. You've picked your preferred controller buttons, and we can continue. And if you want to go back and alter them at any stage, feel free to do so in the Pause menu, or the Settings menu in your pod. You have to feel 100% comfortable when you're wacky racing. Am I not right, sir? In karting lingo, drifting means taking a corner in a really cool way. It's skidding, but controlled skidding, and saves all the hassle of braking. To drift, steer the way you want to go in a corner whilst pressing and holding the drift button. The kart turns to the side and skids in a visually pleasing manner, I might add. It's advisable to hold your drift until your tyres ignite. That's a good time to release the drift button and get a satisfying boost. You get my drift? You see, that was a superb bit of drifting, both excellent and excellent. The boost you get is from the positive thinking molecules of the Imagosphere igniting in the drift backdraft. The bigger the flame, the bigger the boost. Now, who wants to know how to steer and drift at the same time? You're doing brilliantly with the drifting. Now to drift whilst steering your kart. So this time, press the drift button and steer with the left stick. Remember, DNS, drift and steer. Nailed it! You would. Now you're equipped with another string to your bow. Well, you passed your driving test with all the flying colours of the rainbow. Time to start your weapons training. No, we're not getting bogged down in the logistics of ballistics. We're simply going to show you how to blast suckers off the road. Behold the Weaponator. A serious bit of kit. Drive through it to pick it up. Then you can start collecting weapons. Each time you get one, Sackboy will be holding it, looking tougher than 9-year-old cheese and twice as dangerous. Oh, nicely collected there, number one. You are now furnished with the Weaponator. It dishes out weapons in what we call RR distribution. RR stands for really random. Press the weapon button to fire. Two words, or some, like your style. Now, let's talk about how to make every shot count. Taking a hit will slow you down and make you lose slight control of your kart, so avoid it if you can. Now we're going to give you what we call a defensive weapon. Defensive weapons are slightly sneaky in that they can be deployed behind you to slow down other racers or destroy incoming weapons fire. If you watch for the incoming weapon icon, you'll see it changes into a shield. This is the exact time to press the weapon button and deploy your defensive weapon. When the icon shows a shield, the defensive weapon will fire backwards to intercept the barrage from the brutes behind. Tailgaters. Now you're firing on all cylinders, you clever sack bombardier, you. Just remember, once you have a weapon, you can make use of it straight away or save it for a more dire situation. You can set the difficulty level of your game, you know. Normal is your bog-standard threat and hurdle setting and is nothing you can't handle. But if you're of a mind to Sunday drive with very little to do, set it to casual. You can always alter it later to rev up the fun. Congrats! In fact, what the heck? Congratulations. Have the full lot. You've learned so much in such a short time. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were an android. And if you ever forget anything or you want a quick recap, get your sack tushy back here and we'll do the whole bally lot again. I would love that. Your pod really is the business end of a rattling good idea. Use the controller to access your pod computer. Then you can choose games or locate your sack chums. The menu button is your cart key, if you like. Tap it to begin the adventure. Little Big Planet Karting is all about fun, frolics, prizes and happy challenges. But there are other hands at work here right now. Greedy, grabby hands that would pluck the colours from a rainbow or the sun from a summer's day and never give them back. At first, this threat was a mild peril, a bothersome subplot to our happy story. But if something isn't done, and soon, it'll become a tragic saga. We need a hero, a champion in a cart, and we're looking in your direction. Press the action button to jump into story mode. Let the sack race begin, as it's time for your first foray into Imagikarting. There are mild perils to be faced in the shape of those pesky hoarders. Scoundrels to a man. They cause a fuss wherever they go with their constant challenges. They think they're so fast in their tacky carts, leaning out of them, gesturing for a race, thumbing their whatever passes for noses at us. We'll show them. Well, you will. The pristine Queen Serene, some old chumblies and some new friends are all waiting to see you take them down a peg or 10. Go on, beat them at their own game. Crazy karting.
slobbery, blam, bim, bim. Sleep, slobby, boop, you. Blood in my himida. Bram, him, a shumum. Bam, brim, bim, brim, crim, brim, bram, bram, bram. Blim, bim, bim, Berlin, bim, bim, glimmer also. Ooh, bra, brim, bam, kiram. Blush, liberty, blush, libya. Bram, him, a shumum. Sleep, slobby, boop, you. Blood in my himida.
Well, aren't you the natural-born kart connoisseur? You certainly put the pedal to the metal there, didn't you? And you hugged those turns like they were favorite teddies. Amazing. If you want to master any level you visited, you can, by all means. Or, if you're ready for new levels of exhilaration, use your left stick to find the next badge and action it. Always remember to keep your peepers out for prize bubbles. They're everywhere nowadays. Under this, on top of that, over here, over there. There's big, big rewards in them thar prize bubbles, so don't let any get away from you. This pod of yours, it's a little plain. It doesn't really reflect your wonderful personality. A dash of discerning decoration, a cascade of crashing colour, a torrent of tactile texture. Oh, you get the flipping picture. Use all the stuff you find lying around the tracks to spruce the place up. The back button will take you back to your pod. Your me is your very own scrapbook, all about you. Consider it a celebration of your little big planet, thrilling adventures, joyful experiences, and other collected lovely lovelies. It's a great place to start if you want to set up your profile for other players to bask in your glory or create your own levels on your moon. Heck, if you want to decorate your Earth, you can do that too. Online, of course. Now, if it all sounds like an overwhelming, mind-jarring jamboree of things to do, don't panic. My calming, disembodied voice will always be there for you, guiding your path. I'm always with you, even when you're asleep. Oops, TMI. Up here, we couldn't just give you a bag to keep your creations in, or even a corner of the spare room. No, you're far too creative and prolific, so we're giving you your own planet, your Earth. From stratosphere to core, it's all yours. Just dump your stuff here and sort it out later. You can edit your creations, modify them, delete them if you bally well want. It's your planet. Your moon. As Louis Armstrong once said, it's one great step for Sackboy, one giant leap for Sackkind. Old Sasquatch. You need to find a nice, quiet, creative crater where your mind will lunatic over with endless possibilities and ideas. Press the action button to start the art. And if you're feeling all communal and sharey, there's the series craters that allow you to share and co-create wonderful things with your fellow sack dudes. The sheer delight of Little Big Planet is that it's forever expanding into the uncharted reaches of the Imagisphere. There is always something new to do, learn and improve upon. Never let this be a daunting thing. You are one of our flagship creators. Explore, try stuff, faff around with it all. You can't break it, for goodness sake. Think of these tutorials as the spring in your step, which will in turn become a bound, then a mighty leap into new and exciting adventures. Oh, we do love you up here, you know. The very ethos of Little Big Planet is create and share. Unless, of course, you've created a virulent mutant strain of man flu. When you access community, you can seek out all the latest, most popular and highest rated levels the Imagisphere has to offer. Try the Pix facility. It does the choosing for you. Alternatively, if you have the name of a certain level, the text search service will take you to it. If there's a certain type of level, a certain theme or style you particularly enjoy, the More facility has some rather clever filters to seek out the places you'd be happiest in. Yo, this is the Little Big Planet one-stop goss shop. Keep up with what latest LBPK buzz in recent activity. It's like totally awesome, man, and just wicked for all the news and views and... No, I'm not yoofing it up. This is Little Big Planet, and we have a thing called decorum. Just go to recent activity on a regular basis to keep appraised of all that's going on and what's available in the PlayStation Store. Consider me a GPS sat-nav with cryptic, not-so-obvious information, and you have reached our relationship destination. For example, Serpent's Shrine contains many useful shortcuts, some easier to spot than others.
Rum-bim-hibam, klim-param-shubam, la-shlurgity-blah-hibam. Crum-shibbity-blum-bim-ba-da-da-dum, crum-blippity-bree, broomy-boom.
My dear sack friend, if coconut macaroons, ranging from small to large, were given out as prizes for effort and accomplishment, then you would be awarded one with its own orbit. Crikey, we're nearly running out of this particular planet. Shine on, you crazy knitted diamond. Oh, by the way, if you see any of those newfangled bounce pads on your travels, don't ignore them. Use them. Drive into them and you will be pleasantly rewarded. How? Well, they bounce you onto higher roads and secret tunnels that can save you precious time in a race, or indeed save your cart if someone's on your tail. Got to look after your tail. Remember what happened with the farmer's wife? Nasty business. As if those mice didn't have enough to worry about.
bum, blim, let him dip, keep him. Sleep, slobby, boop, you, blood him, him, ha. Rum, him, klim, padam, shubum, blush, lurkity, blah, him,
See that? The final level badge. It would appear that those invisible temporal ticks that time flies have been at work again. Time flies when you're having fun and all that, because we have reached the final level, in this pocket of the Imagisphere at least. Squillions more out there, but what wonders and delights does this last level have in store? What perils? Do you have the courage and the weaponry for battle game mode, one must ask oneself? What are the moral implications of blasting the Hoard off the free-thinking freeway? Let's find out, shall we? Battle game mode isn't as needlessly chaotic and confrontational as it sounds. It's 100 times worse. Instead of racing to a goal, such as a destination or a time limit, this level has little rhyme or reason other than it's an opportunity to crash your cart into people and fire weapons at them. Well, it's a hobby, isn't it?
Dubbele slurry, dat hem in klimmers, blame babbelim habbem. Sleep slobby boop you, laat hem gimgita. Brevlem brimger brevlem berdablem, berlem bimbem glimmerasem. Dem brimbem fibem krum fibem bram graham, curve labbre blam dim flavim. Krum simile blam bim bedrelem, laat hem gimgita.
We knew you were a natural-born Little Big Planetian the second we clocked you. We knew you'd discover something amazing. But a new planet? Wow! You knocked our woolly socks off. It might be prudent to re-examine the contents of your pod first, though. There's some gadgets, whatnots, and features there that might come in jolly handy. Just a thought.